My name is Holly Lavoie, and I am the Program Coordinator for South Carolina INBRE, and I'd like to take a few minutes to tell you about our Developmental Research Project program. The best way to learn about our funding programs is to go to our website, scinbre.org. At the top of the website, there is a funding tab with a drop-down menu. Developmental Research Program, or DRP application information, is at the second tab. Clicking on the link will bring you to a DRP information page. This page gives you information about preparing your application, but it also gives you important links for submitting your letter of intent and also submitting your full complete proposal. There's also additional information about preparing your application, eligibility, and reporting requirements, as well as many of the forms that you will need to complete the application. In order to apply for these, you have to fit one of the categories. These applications are open to faculty members at our South Carolina INBRE network, including our CRUs and our 15 undergraduate institutions, including our outreach and alumni undergraduate institutions. Tenure track and tenured assistant, associate, and full professors are eligible to apply, and non-tenure track research faculty at our CRUs and PUIs are able to apply if they will attain a tenure track position with successful completion of their DRP. And we need to have a letter of commitment to this from the departmental chair stating that this will happen. For individuals, for more senior faculty that are tenure track or tenured, it's important that their project be focused on something new that will increase their competitiveness for independent extramural funding. Those who are ineligible to apply will be those individuals that are principal investigators of NIH R01, R21, R15 grants, as well as National Science Foundation Career Awards, or are currently funded through another NIH IDEA program, such as COBRA. Those faculty that are funded by NIH R03 mechanisms are still eligible to apply. Individuals that are currently funded through a DRP and are in their second year can apply for a competitive renewal for 1 year of additional support as long as they have new aims in their proposal, not the same aims that they were working on in year 1 and year 2. So what type of research is funded through the DRP mechanism? SC INBRE has several targeted areas of interest. Keep in mind that our funding is through National Institutes of Health, which has studies focused on human health. So the project must be biomedically relevant, and of particular interest in the area of biomedical sciences are biochemistry and cell and molecular biology, bioinformatics, bioengineering or biomedical engineering and regenerative medicine, and neuroscience. A part of the DRP grant is to train students and fellows. So it's very important that there's opportunity to train undergraduate or graduate students. And postdoctoral fellows may be trained as well. September 1st, 2024 through August 31st, 2025 is the last year of the Parent INBRE IV grant. Because of this, our DRPs this year are for 1 year only. If our program gets refunded for another 5 years, there will be an opportunity for competitive renewals, but this year is only 1 year of funding. For DRPs is up to $50,000 for 1 year. Important to note is that there are no-cost extensions, so all money must be spent by the end of the grant year. I don't want to spend much time on the DRP application formatting because this information will be available on the website. The proposal is relatively short, so 1 page of specific aims and a 6-page proposal addressing the significance, innovation, and approach to the project. This should be styled after an NIH R21 application or an NIH R15 application. There needs to also be a plan for training of students or postdoctoral fellows. And in addition, applicants must have 2 advisors, a career advisor and a scientific advisor. Both of these advisors need to provide a letter of support and an NIH-style biosketch. A couple of topics that I would like to address are human subjects and animal studies. If your project has human subjects in it, even if it qualifies as exempt under NIH rules, you must have it reviewed by your institutional review board and have a letter of approval or a letter stating that they also agree that your project qualifies as exempt. And this letter of approval or exemption from your institution must accompany your proposal. We've decided to do this because of the long time it often takes to get human subjects projects reviewed and the significant delays that we've experienced in the past for projects that did not have prior approval. Projects with human subjects will need to fill out the forms on the South Carolina INBRE website with their submission. The use of vertebrate animals in a project requires your institution to review the animal protocol and approve it. We ask that you submit your animal protocol, if you don't already have one approved, while you are preparing your DRP application so it can be under review and hopefully acquire approval by your institutional IACUC committee by the time we need to submit materials to NIH for approval. So you may wonder what happens to your application once you submit it. There's an initial screening by our South Carolina INBRE Administrative Corps personnel. Then it gets assigned to a scientific panel of experts that review for INBRE, and they will provide written comments and scores according to NIH guidelines. Our scores are then tallied and all materials are sent to an external advisory committee for additional review and their recommendations. You will receive notice by South Carolina INBRE Program Director Dr. Edie Goldsmith whether your DRP application has been recommended for funding or not by an external advisory committee. Ultimately, all recommended applications will go to NIH and IGMS for review, where they will receive final approval before funds are released to your university or college. The primary contact for questions about our DRP program is through our program manager, John Clarkson, at this address. If there's something he can't answer, he will forward it to us. If you have a question about whether your topic of interest falls under the realm of biomedical sciences, please contact him or me about it. I look forward to seeing your applications.